Here we're given the cosine of 3 different angles, and we're asked to use that instead of just a calculator to figure out the cosine of 25 degrees. And the way we're going to use it is using this formula here in green. So the first step to use this formula is to figure out what x and y are. We need to substitute in x and y in all of these spots. So let's look at the angles, the degrees of the angles that we know and what we're asked for, and try to see if there's any relationship there. Hopefully you can see that from 30 to 55, we're adding 25. And from 55 to 80, we're adding 25. So this is the difference between each of those angles. Now, what if we had this be one of our main angles? Because if we subtract 25, we get that. If we add 25, we get that. So perhaps this is an important part, and this is an important part. So let's call x 55 degrees and y 25 degrees, and just test it out and see if that gets us anywhere. So I'm going to substitute those x's and y's into the formula in green. All right, this is looking good. Let's simplify what we can. On the left, we can't do anything with that right now. But on the right, I could subtract this. I could add this. And now we're ready to substitute in what we were given, what the cosine of 30 degrees, 55, and 80 are. So let's substitute that in here, here, and here. We can't substitute anything in for cosine of 25. Remember, that's what we're solving for. That's the one that is our question. That's like our variable. So now we're going to solve, and we're going to solve for this. This is like, again, our variable. We want to know what this equals. So before we start moving things around, it's always good practice when working with equations to simplify what we can. If you look over on the right, see that we can add what's inside the parentheses. And once we do that, over on the right, we can multiply that answer by 1/2. And we're almost there. Again, remember, we want this cosine of 25 degrees to be isolated. That's like our variable. We want to know what that equals. But right now it's being multiplied by 0.574. So we're going to divide both sides by 0.574 because that's going to cancel out. And when we do, we get the cosine of 25 degrees equals rounded 0.906. And when you're done, if you want to go to the calculator and see if you're as smart as a calculator, you can put in the cosine of 25 degrees and you will get this same answer, 0.906.